Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. The year is now 1326. The last episode was a little bit chaotic because I had a mismatch between my spreadsheet and the in-game calendar. I was exactly 1 week late in game, which I believe may have been just a bug due to installing the new expansion or some new mods. I had planned to play the missing week off camera, but on the very first day I played, there was a bunch of stuff happening and I don't want you guys to miss anything fun. So I figured I'll just keep going even though there's a mismatch, and I'll just gradually catch up by playing 1 extra day per episode. So instead of only playing 2 days per episode, I will be trying to play 3. Now, because of all of the chaos, quite a few things happened in the last episode. Cailan realized that his soulmate is Morgan Hale, someone he's known since childhood. However, since he is cold-blooded and rather pragmatic, I am still on the fence about having him pursue a relationship with her and marry her, because he might actually prefer to find a partner who can bring a little more to the table, such as a better dowry. There were also several births in the last episode. Unfortunately, Gabriella and Stephanie both lost their babies, but Daisy gave birth to twins and one of them did survive. And last but not least, Fatima and Braden's relationships started to recover from the loss of baby Felix, and the two of them had 2 autonomous woohoos, plus 1 that was player directed because of their in-game wants. And Fatima is now pregnant, although she isn't very happy about it. This new pregnancy has her pretty much questioning everything all over again, so we are going to see what happens next. Fingers crossed that we actually manage to keep this baby. If you're wondering what happened on the date that I played off screen, Fatima got an anonymous message asking her to meet up, and I thought it might be Zane, so I said yes, but it actually ended up just being some rando from Tartosa. So I got Braden to chase him off, but now Fatima has a romance bar with that mystery guy. And there's also Adriana, who was invited for a hangout. She was once again attracted to everybody. But Harlan happened to be there, so they just spent some time chatting with everybody and getting to know each other better. The one who really got up to no good at that same hangout is actually Cailan, who had a woohoo in a bush with Rosa, who is Quentin and Fatima's sister. So I have no clue if she might be pregnant right now, which is a fun little mystery because what I had planned for today was to have Auguste Verveers meet some potential marriage candidates and get engaged, and one of the candidates happens to be Rosa. So we're here at the You okay there? We're here at the Verveers family, or Verviers, and I have Lucan here, who has started a hangout with 3 ladies who are potential marriage candidates for Auguste. So our first one here is Rosa, that we already know through Cailan. So I'm going to have him do a friendly introduction with her. The second one is Catriona Durham, who is a sim that I got off the gallery. She is by Jaden Plays 2667. She has the proper trait, which I believe Auguste might actually have in common, or at least it's in common with Lucan. She is also a perfectionist, and she is elegant. The third lady that we have is Cailan Henford. She is outgoing, a music lover, and a child of the ocean. Due to her name, I have a feeling that she might actually come from a very well-established family within Henford. I don't want to say royalty because I feel like the Verveers family might not be quite powerful enough to marry into royalty, but perhaps she is a branch off from the royalty, or at least the lords in Henford. Meanwhile, Rosa is here because she comes from an extremely rich family, so she probably has an excellent dowry, and that's why she is interesting even for nobility like Lucan and Auguste. And then we have Catriona Durham, I'm very sorry about the pronunciation, who I believe is probably the daughter of another landowner, a bit like Lucan and Auguste. Okay, so let's take a look at how these guys all get along. Okay, instant attraction to Rosa, so there's that. instant attraction to Cailan or Cailan. Is it just me or is the attraction system in Love Struck a little bit too easy? I feel like all of my Sims are constantly attracted to everybody. Okay, he didn't get anything special with her, but he did get it with Catriona and Rosa. No, I'm sorry. Rosa and Cailan, not with Catriona. All right, so since these two are the ones that he's most interested in, I'm going to have him try to socialize a little bit more. The only thing I'm a little disappointed about is how I just can't seem to pronounce this name. So I'm very sorry. I'm gonna go with Cailan for now, and let me know if there's a better way I should be pronouncing that. Woohoo! That just straight off the bat. Oh, what did I do? What happened? Why are they both hurt? What did he do? He was just chatting. Was I not paying attention? Here, I guess I'll have him apologize, but I'm not really sure what happened. I find it a little bit awkward that Lucan is here chatting with Rosa. I'm going to send Lucan for a ride so that Auguste can get to know all three of the ladies. I mean, even if he isn't immediately attracted by Catriona, maybe he could still get to know her and she might be an interesting candidate anyways. Even though she keeps doing this animation. Leave me alone, Spotted Cow. I know you're miserable. So Cailan shows signs of the caregiver personality archetype. Cailan also has the parenting skill. Okay, that's fun. Miriam just gave birth. All right, I completely forgot. The servant that we had here previously, Miriam, got married to the priest that she was dating. I imagine this being because Tobias returned home and perhaps she was afraid that Lucan might take things out on her because he might suspect that she was the one who informed Tobias of what was happening. So she went and got married to the priest, Caiaphas. Sure. Oh, twins. Okay. Heaven. For a priest's daughter, it's interesting. All right. Okay. So that's fun. Okay. So they all seem to find him at least somewhat amusing. I think she's the one who seems to be the most interested right now. Nobody is feeling flirty. Everybody seems to be just staying very proper so far. Oh my gosh, this is such a creepy animation. Please stop. I'm not sure what's happening, but some of his interactions seem to fail really often, especially with Catriona. So I think Catriona might be out of the running, and it might just be between Cailan and Rosa. So I don't know what the checkout interaction does. Can he do that to each of them? Oh, it was a romantic interaction. Oh, okay, that's not quite what I had in mind. Ask about woohoo? That doesn't seem very appropriate, but I guess they're 4 teens and know that there are no adults around, so, you know, they're here to try and meet a marriage partner, so it's okay if they have these deeper conversations. I will say, though, the option to woohoo comes up almost constantly with Cailan, and it doesn't seem to be coming up at all with Rosa, so that might mean that he's a little more attracted to her. Would it be a love match, though? They are nobles, so it might be preferable for the family if he got married to Rosa. The other thing that would be fun is if Rosa is pregnant, to have her married to Auguste would be kind of fun, because then we would be in a bit of a Gemma situation where we aren't sure who the father is. Okay, well, they are married, so okay then. Okay, so the hangout is finished. They had a fairly good time. It was a silver medal, and I guess it's going to be between Rosa and Cailan. Cailan seems really interesting. She is probably from an influential family in Henford due to her name. I do think she's really interesting. She is sophisticated and she's very attractive. Meanwhile, Rosa is also interesting, although he thinks she might be stuck up. And she's also perceived as very attractive. The interesting thing with Rosa, like I said, is that she is related to her other Sims, and she is potentially pregnant from Cailan. And so I'll admit I do feel tempted to have him go for Rosa. I guess maybe the idea behind it is that Lucan might want to keep the manor and the lands for his son, for his official son, Ghyslain, and then he might just want to have Auguste settled down somewhere, but he'd like him to have at least enough money and really be set up for life, which is something that Rosa's family can absolutely ensure. So I think I am going to invite Rosa back. I tried to balance the interactions between all three, and it does seem like the bar for Rosa went up a bit faster. All right, so here she is. I'll have him go and invite her in. Okay, to attempt and avoid other people getting in on this conversation, I'm going to have the two of them come upstairs. Not that I intend to have them do anything naughty, although his fun is getting pretty low. Anyways, not right away. All right, here she is. So I think I'm going to try and go in for a little flirt. Okay, she is receptive, and I guess I'll have him compliment her. All right, so things are going well between them, I think. Oh, and he now has a crush on her. So, all right, so things seem to be going well. Oh, why is she scared? Maybe she's nervous because she knows that she had a little illegal woohoo and she might be accidentally trapping him in a marriage while she's already pregnant. Oh, he wants to have his first kiss with her. Where are you going, Rosa? Why do you have dirty dishes in your inventory? It's not time to do that. Okay, so I am going to have them have their first kiss. There we go. And everything is coming along pretty smoothly. This is great. I feel like I may not have given the other two sufficient chance, but at the same time, like I said, I think it might be more fun if we marry Rosa just because of her attachment with Cailan. So can I just have him propose? I don't really imagine him actually getting down on one knee and proposing to her. I would imagine it being more Lucan meeting with Quentin and Auguste speaking to Quentin as well. Oh. This is because we just met, isn't it? Oh boy. Okay, well, maybe he was really infatuated with her and he said, okay, I made my choice. This is the one that I want to marry right away. And maybe she's sort of hoping something can be done so that she can marry Cailan, you know? Maybe she sees that Fatima did marry Braden even though he's a what's up, bro? Want to see this new Simstagram meme I found? Oh, I get it. Ha ha ha. Oh, geez, they're right beside me. Okay, I'm just going to go over here a little. Okay, well, that happened. So she turned him down for marriage, but then she asked him to woohoo. Okay, well, if she is pregnant, it's going to be a complete mystery whether the child is Cailan's or Auguste's, especially because Cailan and Auguste sort of look alike, so that's great. That's fun. I'm gonna let them do their thing, and I guess I'll try and have them propose again, or I may wait until tomorrow because it is 8 p.m., so I'll let her leave, and then maybe tomorrow I'll invite her over again, or we could go and visit them, and then we can actually have Lucan and Auguste speak with Quentin and arrange the marriage. Okay, so they're done. And of course he wants to get engaged to her. Well, she already refused him once. I'll let the day end and I'll try again in the morning. So in the meantime, maybe we can go and have a look at what our kiddos are doing. I kind of wanted to have these two be friends. So Ghyslain here, of course, is Lucan's son. And Seraphina is the daughter of the servants. So since you're kind of isolated here, woohoo! Since you're kind of isolated here, I imagine that Seraphina and Ghyslain might be friends, even if they're not at all the same class. You know, they've been living in the same home since they were born, and Miriam is the one who pretty much raised both of them. So they might, you know, become good friends. Lucan is making supper. Sure, why not? All right, so it is now the next morning, and I have these guys all having a bite to eat, and of course, Auguste is feeling flirty. Maybe he's looking forward to seeing his dear Rosa. As soon as these guys are done, we are going to be heading off to see the DeLacy family. All right. Oh my god. What the hell? As soon as I load in here, Quentin and his wife are having woohoo right in front of the house. And was she touching her tummy? That's a little sus. I mean, she did only have woohoo with him yesterday, and it was a day before that she woohooed with Cailan, so... Oh my gosh. Now I'm afraid of turning around. Alright, okay, so they're done. So let's have both Lucan and Auguste come and introduce themselves to Quentin. Oh, alright, Lucan already knows Quentin. He was at his wedding. Well, who knows? Maybe at the wedding, before he went off with Adriana, he started speaking to Quentin, saying, you know, I have a stepson who might be ready to get married soon, and you have a very pretty sister who would be at an age where she could get married. Would you like us to maybe match them? And it seems like it did work. All right, so where did Rosa go? Oh, here she is. Oh, she's having a pee. Okay, so I'm going to have Auguste come upstairs. This is slightly reminiscent of when Braden asked Fatima to marry him. Okay, so while they're up here in private, I am going to, again, try to propose to her, and hopefully this time it works. All right, okay, this time it actually worked. I was going to say, if it doesn't work again, then we're done. It was a failure, but it worked. All right, so he is now engaged to Rosa. And I am probably going to be having them... Oh, their dynamic is wholesome. Sure. All right, so yeah. So I do think I'm going to have them get married off screen just because we don't really know any of their friends and most of our Sims would not be invited because they're too poor. Well, or they're not high class enough. So I am going to get them married off screen and then we will see if she did end up being pregnant or not. I am going to go and have them actually consummate their marriage again, so she might also get pregnant from that. The only thing is, I'm not sure if her first baby is a pregnancy try I should take out of Auguste's or Cailan's. So I might actually have to go and check whose baby it is. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. How should I deal with dubious parentage like this? Meanwhile, we are going to head on back to our main household and see what they are up to. We are back with our main household, and it has been about a week in real life since I recorded the first part of this video and what I'm recording now. So I have now been able to see the comments that you guys left on the family tree overview and on the last episode. So I'm very happy to see that there is a majority of people who agreed that swapping baby tries between households would be fine. So I'm very relieved about that. I'm just having our Sims do a few chores, and what I would like to concentrate on for this last day of the episode is getting our friend Cailan here married, or at least engaged. So I'm gonna take a look at who we have in the ladies that he knows. Of course, we have his soulmate Morgan. We also have Eleonora, who could be interesting, and then there's Glita, who had a pretty good set of traits, but not really anything interesting in terms of dowries. We have Valentine, but Valentine seems more like a fair material based on her being an old soul and melancholic. I'm not sure that's the type of woman he would want to have as a wife. We have Osha. Osha is also from a farming family, so she might not have a great dowry, but she would probably have the skills needed. The one I'm sort of coming back to all the time is Becca here. I don't remember what her traits are. Did we learn them? Not really, but they do have good compatibility, and he is very attracted to her. We don't know how she feels about him. He feels that she's stuck up, but she has a good first impression of him. And the story I sort of came up with for Becca is that she is a seamstress currently working in Henford. So she does have some interesting skills that Cailan might be interested in having in the home. You know, she could potentially bring Her skills could be an additional source of income, and she could probably also take care of clothing the family. So that is something that could interest him. So I think I'm going to invite her over just to get to know her a little better. I tried putting all of the sheep and the goats inside the fence, but then I went to another lot and came back and suddenly they were not in the fence anymore. So that's a problem. Okay, here is Becca. Let's have Cailan come and invite her in. All right, I was almost forgetting that we have Fatima here, who is due to be in her second trimester in 13 hours. I think pausing the pregnancy may have accidentally reset her pregnancy moodlet at some point, so it seems a little off, but it's fine. So she came here and is feeling very playful. How about rave about favorite singers? Why not? Maybe they're going to talk about the bards who have been in town recently. Maybe he's going to say, you know, I quite enjoy going to see the bards at the tavern. Maybe we could go together sometime. She shows signs of the innocent personality archetype, which is probably a good thing. Because if he intends to have... Oh, Cailan has a major crush on Becca. That's great. It's probably good that she's innocent, because if he intends to carry on affairs with other women at the same time, maybe she is going to remain oblivious to it. Or, you know, sort of think the best of him and not really believe that he would do something like that. All right, so I am going to go in for a little flirt and see how she takes it. Bold pickup line. That sounds like Cailan. Let's go for it. Oh, she's erratic. Oh boy. Okay, that's funny. Okay. I'm not sure if she's feeling uncomfortable. Oh, she's also loyal. Okay, that's good. Is there any way to figure out what her attraction towards him is? Ask about attractiveness preferences. Would that be any help? I need that cat to shut the f up. Oh, wow. Okay. Looks aren't everything, but truthfully, I do look out for some physical aspects in a partner. Dark blue, white, green, orange, and yellow. Okay, no, wait, sorry. Dark blue hair and white hair. Okay, that's not starting off very well. Green clothes, that's good. And turn-offs. Geez, she has a lot. Green hair, pink hair, hipster fashion. Okay, well, we seem to be in the turn-ons, but I kind of prefer the turn-ons from Wicked Whims. I feel like they're a little more permanent. Okay, so, and here is what she cares about when it comes to personality. She likes broke sims. Okay. Highly skilled, self-employed, taken. Does it count if he's taken because he's with you? Wealthy. Oh, she likes broke sims and wealthy sims. Okay. Well, this seems very random because she doesn't like career-minded sims and she doesn't like slackers. So that's not really helpful. Well, it's okay. We can work with that. Oh no, what's this? He was going to throw shade at her. No, Cailan, you're trying to woo her so that she's going to become your wife. You can't throw shade at her. I'm sorry. I think I'll go in for a little hold hands just to get this conversation going in a more flirtatious direction. Oh, poor Romarin in the back there. He's starving. Oh my gosh, he is starving. The food is right there. Romarin is very hungry. Be sure to feed him before he gets taken away. Yeah, well, just grab the food, dude. Becca just became good friends with Cailan, so I feel like these guys are really vibing. I think we might have found a match for Cailan. She's squeamish. Oh no. That's a bit unfortunate for living on a farm, but I mean, they can keep the farm pretty clean as much as they can. You know, maybe she'll be the type of person who stays in the house and takes care of the kids and does some seamstress work on the side. And she's gonna leave the farming duties to Cailan. And Cailan still has his younger brother, Alexander, and his sister, Allison, living at home. So they can always help out with the farm if Becca won't do it. So I think that's fine. We can live with that. I think loyal is a good trait. Erratic, not so much. And I don't know what the last one is. I don't know how we discover the attraction level. But he does have a crush on her. So I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to try and have him be with Becca. What is she doing? Oh, she's cleaning up. It's like she's trying to show that she would be a good wife, you know? She's helping out around the house. Can he go in for a first kiss, maybe? And then he'll ask if she wants to be his girlfriend? Let's go for it. Oh, great. She just dumped all of the trash on the floor. Okay. And here is Cailan going in for a little kiss in front of everybody while his sister is rummaging in the trash behind them. So romantic. Oh, they're hugging. Okay, I think he does like her. I mean, even if he knows she's not his soulmate, I think this is a strategic move, and I think he also figures that if he's going to get married, he might as well get married with someone he at least sort of likes, and Becca seems to be the one. Sorry, I'm clicking through all of these menus trying to find where the frickin' asked to be girlfriend thing is. Oh, she just left! Wait, I had to ask you to be my girlfriend! Oh, change relationship. That's where it was. Is it too late? It's too late. She's gone. Well, there's always tomorrow. All right, it is the end of the day and also the end of the half year. And so I'm going to be leaving this part here. I feel like this episode was very efficient. We got Auguste married to Rosa, although we're not sure if Rosa might be pregnant from Cailan, or she could also be pregnant from the woohoo that she had with her new husband, Auguste. So we're going to go and look in on them in the next episode to see what is happening with them. We're also going to have a few birthdays, including Alexander, who is going to be becoming a teen. And so in the next episode, I'd like to concentrate on getting Cailan married so that we can then move Alexander into our main household and start looking for marriage candidates for him, while also working on getting Adriana married, since she is going to be the next one in line. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.